Wendy, it's been a long time since we've done this. And now you are a celebrity. You are in the Wall Street Journal. How did this come about? The article is called Anatomy of a Workout, an Ironman coach's swim strength workout, no water required.
I want to say it's good luck. When experience meets opportunity, that's what luck is. So, because I'm an Ironman certified coach, my guy, Earl Walton, who's the head of Ironman certified coaches, reached out to me a few months ago about writing an article, Anatomy of a Swim Workout, for the Wall Street Journal. And he reached out to me just because he knew I was the swimming expert. But again, among all the other Ironman certified coaches, for him to recognize me as the swimming expert was pretty nice. And so, having spent all this time, especially in April when I did my Facebook Live with my resistance bands, and then really kind of putting together some specific strength training for swimming, specific to running, specific to cycling, I kind of had all my content already done. It was just kind of all over the place. So when Earl, the guy who's the head of Ironman certified coaches, connected me to Jennifer Murphy, who is the Wall Street Journal writer, she emailed me the template of how to put together the program. I subscribed to the Wall Street Journal just to see her articles and kind of what kind of format she was doing. And then, within a day, I was able to kind of reach into my content, which is all over the place, and format it to what they were asking for. And then, this was like probably 2 months ago, I had it done. And then she's like, okay, cool. We don't really need it till the end of November, but we're going to have a person come out and take pictures. So we're going to schedule a photo shoot. And I didn't find out about the date of the photo shoot until it was Thanksgiving week. And I'm scrambling to say, well, do we do it at a park? Do we do it at a facility? If we do it at Lifetime Fitness, I have to get corporate approval, and it's Thanksgiving. And, kind of there was a little last minute stuff involved in all this since, again, I was done with the article like 2 months ago. Mm-hmm. And then it worked out that I met the photographer at Lifetime Fitness, and she did an hour's worth of photos. There were some photos I wish they would have chosen, but still, it was a really cool experience to be recognized as the swimming expert and for given the opportunity to put together an article, do a little interview over the phone with Jennifer, and then kind of see the final product. I think it turned out really well. So I'm really happy with it.
So tell me more about the article and what went into it.
Well, again, it was anatomy of a swim workout. And originally I actually thought that meant a swimming workout in the water, the warm up, the preset, the main set, the cool down. And they're like, no, it's basically dry land. So she wanted me, I actually put together, I think it was 9 dry land exercises that I thought were pretty high priority for anyone, whether you're a swimmer, triathlete, or just swimming for fitness, to incorporate outside of the water, because it's a little bit different than, the endurance, strength, and technique that you're working on in the water. So I focus more on smaller muscle groups, mobility, stability, a couple of band movements that I like to do that actually work on technique as well, not just strength. And so that's what I focused on in the article, because those were the kind of muscle groups that a little bit are neglected when you get in the pool. And so I wanted to focus on more things that you could benefit you when you get back in the water. And then just happens to be the pandemic where people don't have pool time, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. They're kind of in and out of the water. So, now they kind of have something that they know is purposeful to do outside of the water.
That's what I saw as the hook to this article, is the no water required. Wondering if that was the reason why this showed up, because people don't have access to gyms and gyms are closed, but people still want to train.
Right. And Jennifer actually came up with that title. So it worked out really well to come out to the timing of it, the no water required part of the title. It was just really good timing. And again, I knew a couple months ago it was going to come out sometime in November, early December. Mm-hmm. But again, preparation meant opportunity, and that's what it's all about.
This is so cool. I know we've been sharing this, you and I, both on social media, and now people will be able to see it online when it hits, and they'll have the link to it. Any anticipation of what this could lead to, or is it just one more publication on your resume?
I'm not sure. I hope it leads to something else. Let me just throw in there. I started writing, blogging for, it was called Glow Tribal back in, I don't know, 10 years ago or something, maybe 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago. I don't remember when I started writing for Glow Tribal. And this is a women's only worldwide kind of group or club started by my friend Tanya, who's based in California. And that was anxiety for me because I'm like, I always wanted to blog more and write more. And now I have a reason to. And so kind of that got me out of my comfort zone with writing and blogging. And I've been kind of dabbling in it ever since. And so I'm really happy that, again, all this preparation that I've been doing with my writing skills and my knowledge of writing and editing and the purposeful part of an article and the content, I'm able to, again, continue to put it to good use for this Wall Street Journal article. So we'll see what happens. I'm just not sure yet. I mean, I'm hoping maybe other people see it and say, oh, maybe like a triathlete magazine says we want you to write for us, or other triathlon, endurance, swimming, it could just be a swim program, since that's usually my thing, wants me to do more for them because I have so much content. It helps, like when people set a race date, then they're committed and they start training. If I have a date to publish an article in a national news, then it gets me really excited to keep going with content writing and content blogging. But when you don't really have that dangling in front of you, it's a little bit more difficult to kind of keep up with it.
And I don't know if people know this, but you're the head of our newsletter for the Endurance Hour. And to see how that newsletter started out as a couple of bullet points and links to some videos and some resources has really become a resource in itself for the athletes who subscribe. We've got thousands of people who get that on a regular basis every week, and that how you have created almost, I'm not going to say it's a mini magazine, but there's some real good substance with the paragraphs, which go to links later. But it seems like it's really evolved over the last couple of years.
Yeah, definitely. I've actually looked back at since we started that newsletter together, I've looked back at our content from previous years, and I'm like, this is so different than what it used to be.
Yeah.
But I think it's like training. You keep up with your training and your preparation. Well, then when you're ready to prepare for a race, you can kind of take off in a direction because you already have that base fitness. With the newsletter, the weekly newsletter, it keeps me up with my base of writing and content and reading what's out there and going to other expert coaches who are a little bit more expert with the mindset or the nutrition and kind of getting their knowledge and really tapping into my experience more than anything. When I'm writing, if it's centered around what I've experienced in my triathlon history of 28 years, as well as kind of the coaching, the athletes that I coach, the questions they get back to me, the comments, the struggles they're having, it really helps me kind of maintain what I want to do.
Well, congratulations, kudos. It's really awesome and exciting to see when you shared with me the link. I was looking at it going, WSJ, Wall Street Journal. This is awesome. This is big. You're being featured in a publication that's going to be seen by tens of thousands of people, and no better person to write that. So that's awesome.
Thank you. What's really cool is some of my friends that I haven't really contacted in a while, are texting me. We saw your article. It was the first thing we saw when we logged into Google this morning. And so I'm like, wow, it's really out there. I don't really know the impact of it until I get people's comments on, people are commenting, like, I don't use LinkedIn, but I have a profile. And people are writing to me who are more connected to LinkedIn about seeing the article. So I think it's really cool that it's out there. It's a big deal.
Yeah. In addition, T2coaching.com, endurancehour.com, and then all the platforms on social, whether it's the T2 coaching, Facebook, Instagram. Gosh, you're everywhere, and watch out. You might be flooded with some other opportunities here coming up soon.
Yeah, I hope so.
All
It's
right.
really cool. It's really fun.